IBI is the summer of a lifetime.
You go to 13 countries in 10 weeks.
This is essentially a semester where you get to see the world and take credits involving what you're interested in.
Meeting people who are coming from the same business background from other schools.
Learn about a country and then be able to actually be in the country and see it for yourself firsthand.
Really do a lot of contextual learning too.
A lot of days get up and have a lot of class time, study with the professors and the other students, and then be able to go out and see hands-on what we're learning, how it applied to business in whatever country we were in.
The best business practices in the world.
I've never had such an amazing experience with history and with language, economics, politics. So it's an incredible setup.
We can study together and work on things together, and then it really correlates with the business visits. It's really the corporate visits that add to the nature because you see everything played out in real life.
Visiting the OECD,
European Central Bank,
Shell Oil Corporation,
IKEA in Russia,
John Deere factory,
Beckett Asia Pacific, which is a business as mission company.
Deutsche Bank,
Shanghai was incredible.
huge global players that truly have a large impact on the economy.
You're allowed to look beyond and see maybe why I do something in cultural contexts or in different geographical contexts. So it was very interesting to see the behind of the business.
It gave me a broader scope of international business, how it's done in different cultures.
China, I mean, they operate very differently as well. They're very family-oriented, and I think that translates a lot to their business perspective.
It's been a dream of mine for years that my friends from the US can come to China, spend 4 days at my hometown, which is Beijing, welcoming everybody at the airport in Shanghai, being able to translate for people, telling them about the Chinese culture.
It's the importance of getting to know who you're working with on a deeper level than just business.
It enables you to look at the people and say, how can I build my business most effectively with the people in this world?
It gave me a lot more understanding of how to act because we were in so many different corporate atmospheres.
I'm interviewing with an international company, and so being able to say that, I was in all those countries and got to see international business and how you adapt your product to different cultures was definitely something I think that really appealed to them from my resume.
If you can see the people you're working with and understand where they're coming from, I think that you can build more efficient companies.
Okay, we were in Paris and we had a crazy Dutch bus driver named Ronnie, and he drove in circles faster and faster and faster around the Arc of Triumph in the middle of Paris, and just was crazy. And we were all just kind of provoking him and telling him to drive faster and faster, and it was a little scary, but we made it through.
The character of it was added so much. I mean, not only where you were, but who you were seeing it with was, it made the trip.
You got to spend 10 weeks with 40 people that you'll love forever.
It's just really great seeing how the group intermingles.
I loved Heidelberg for its little town and the river, and then I loved Prague for the big city and the long walks. And then there was Austria for the beautiful mountains, and then Paris, of course. You just can't imagine what Paris is until you're actually there.
From the really cool bridges of Prague to the Eiffel Tower in Paris, to the Taj Mahal and the Great Wall of China.
Eiffel Tower was great. I think I went 3 nights in a row and just hung out on the lawn. You can just sit there and look at it for an hour, even 2 hours.
Seeing tons of different things every day.
Just fantastic. You have people from all over the world gathered on these lawns.
Every city is great, you just have to go explore it.
When you're in different areas, language plays a big role and culture plays a big role in how people do business, because although you can have the same business principles, what they mean to different people is very different.
Seeing that actually in person was something that you just can't get from reading a book.
First city we were in India, Chennai, was just amazing.
Moving to India, it was just phenomenal.
It was a 2-week-long period of the trip, so we hadn't had that before throughout the program.
People were my favorite part of India. They're just so excited to see what is happening in their country, and they're so excited that you are there.
It's very important to see the kind of people you're interacting with, especially as the world becomes more global.
A sense of going in there humbly, and they will totally acknowledge that and be gracious to you.
They just want you to have the best experience possible while you're there. and they make really good food for you too.
Yeah, the food was good on IBI.
The food and the hospitality of the people and everything is beautiful.
We had devotionals every day.
The consistency to get to church every Sunday, no matter where we were in the world.
And I realized that no matter where you are around the world, God is the same.
Just being in travel, being in a state of uncertainty, you have to rely on God so much for strength and for wisdom and for discernment.
We actually went to a church in India that had 35,000 members of it, which was just phenomenal to see.
There are times for sure when you have so many questions about the future, about the present.
Even though you can't understand Him all the time, you're still worshiping the same God.
No matter how you worship Him or how people are, God is one.
Just seeking Him out throughout this program was such a blessing to me.
We're part of a global Christian family.
God truly does come to those who seek Him, and IBI is such a great context for that.
Really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see so many different things in a short amount of time.
If you're thinking of applying to IBI, I would highly, highly recommend and suggest it.
It's one of the best programs.
And it's just awesome. The friends you make, the stories you'll tell afterwards, there's nothing like it.
Why wouldn't you go?
If you go out and see the world, no matter what learning you do there, I think you can definitely apply it, as the world is kind of pressed upon you.
You get to see cultural aspects, you get to see business aspects, and it looks great on a resume.
So it is a fast-paced program, but it's totally worth every minute of it, just being able to see all the different places and getting to meet all the new people.
When would you ever get a chance to do that again?
Go try new things, because if you don't go and you don't try, like, you may miss opportunities.
I really enjoy learning about other cultures and definitely meeting new people and traveling.
This is such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I came back challenged and make a difference and not take anything for granted.
If you're a business major, you should definitely apply. It's the best time of your life for sure.
There's no way I can forget it. It's such a fun program.
It will push you out of your comfort zone.
It can be difficult at times, but the rewards that you reap from it are just, they're phenomenal.